everybody is actually looking forward to owning a house.
I was very, very happy when I got the allocation for the house.
Mortgage can actually work in Nigeria.
Good evening and welcome to Everyone Deserves a Home, brought to you by the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria to showcase its effort towards providing affordable houses and mortgages for contributors of the National Housing Fund scheme. I am Hadiza Bayro Aliyu, standing in for your regular anchor. In today's episode, we highlight the impact of the Cooperative Housing Development Loan, a product designed to make home ownership a reality for more Nigerians through cooperative societies. We'll also share the inspiring journey of an NHF contributor who is set to become a homeowner in the Peninsula city. Join me after this time out for the full episode of the program. Stay tuned. Welcome back. In our news diary tonight, FMBN inaugurates management committees to drive affordable housing delivery, and TUC and FMBN to strengthen partnership. Stay tuned for these and more after the break. The Trade Union Congress of Nigeria, TUC, has held its first ever quadrennial delegates conference in Abuja, themed The Future of Work, ensuring fair labor practices and economic justice in digital era. The conference brought together key stakeholders, including the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, which reaffirmed its commitment to supporting organized labor and promoting decent work through strategic partnerships. In a goodwill message on behalf of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Minister of Labor and Employment commended the TUC leaders for their unwavering dedication to the welfare of workers and their critical pivotal role in shaping policies that promote social and economic progress.
My dear comrades, your theme for this conference, the future of work, ensuring fair labor practices and economic justice in digital era, resonates deeply with the challenges and opportunities that define our time. As we navigate the complexities of the digital revolution, we must ensure that the rights and the dignity of workers remain at the forefront of our national agenda.
Also speaking in a goodwill message, the FMBN Managing Director, represented by the Group Head of Human Resource Management, Mrs. Timan Larry Gofwen Elayo, also assured the bank's support and collaboration with Trade Union Congress to expand access to affordable housing for Nigerian workers.
At the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, we recognize the critical role that organized labor plays in national development, particularly in advancing access to affordable housing for Nigerian workers. Over the years, our enduring partnership with the Trade Union Congress has been instrumental in driving meaningful progress for Nigerian workers. Our collaboration with the TUC has not only strengthened institutional ties, but has delivered tangible results that uplift the lives of everyday Nigerians. One of the flagship outcomes of this collaboration is the FMBN, NLC, TUC, NECA National Affordable Housing Development Project, which is a landmark initiative that has delivered thousands of homes for Nigerian workers across the Federation, including the Federal Capital Territory.
In his opening remarks, the re-elected president of the Trade Union Congress, Comrade Festus Osifo, expressed optimism about the future of labor movement, highlighting pressing challenges facing the country, including economic hardship, rising unemployment, the growing number of out-of-school children, casualization of workers, and the need for decent jobs. He called on the government to urgently formulate and implement policies that address these critical issues and improve the welfare of Nigerians.
The most important ingredients, the most important factor of labor is the people, is the labor. So government must do everything possible that factor of production that is very, very important, that we lay emphasis on, must be prioritized. Its welfare, its career growth, and we must do everything possible to promote decent work.
deposits.
The Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, FMBN, has inaugurated 4 management committees to advance the bank's mission of providing affordable housing solutions and to support the renewed hope agenda of the federal government. The committees include the Presidential Priorities and Ministerial Deliverables Central Coordination Committee, the implementation of the NHF Diaspora Loan Committee, the Rent Assistance and FMBN Non-Interest Mortgage Committee, and the FMBN New Product Committee. The Presidential Priorities and Ministerial Deliverables Central Coordination Committee is chaired by the Managing Director of FMBN, Shehu Usman Osidi, who described the move as a step towards aligning with government's agenda. He said the coming on stream of the committee shows that the bank's focus is in line with that of the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development.
It reflects our commitment to transparency, accountability, and measurable performance in line with national expectations and the oversight of the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development.
Been looking at those.
Speaking at the occasion, the Executive Director of Finance and Corporate Service, Mr. Ibidakwa Odujukan, who chairs the NHF Diaspora Loan Committee, highlighted the committee's ongoing effort in collaborating with key stakeholders to facilitate effective delivery of the product. He was represented by the group head, Risk Management, Dr. Kabir Yagboyaju.
We equally have been doing a whole lot of work by collaborating with the necessary and relevant stakeholders that can make the delivery of this very particular product very easy for the bank, which includes the CBN, the NITCOM, and other relevant stakeholders. On behalf of the chairman, I want to reassure the chairman of this inauguration that the committee will do everything possible and deliver to time.
The Rent Assistance and Non-Mortgage Loan Committee, chaired by the Executive Director, Loans and Mortgage Service, Honorable Mohammed Sani Abdu, also spoke on efforts aimed at expanding access to affordable housing finance through flexible interest-free options tailored to diverse needs.
We have achieved quite some milestone, and we are even putting timelines to seeing that we achieve the objective of management in rolling out this and also the national higher goals.
The New Product Committee is chaired by the Executive Director of Business Development and Portfolio Management, Mrs. Chinaya Chinedu Anosike. She affirmed that the committee members will work efficiently to achieve the goals for which the committee is established.
With focused execution to deliver on our various mandates. Let's work as a team. Everybody's input is needed so that we can achieve the purpose of setting up the committee.
In his remark, the Managing Director, Shehu Usman Osidi, appreciated members of the committee and encouraged them to work diligently, professionally, and deliver results through teamwork and the guidance of the executive management.
I urge you to approach your tasks with a clear focus on results, collaboration, and the highest standards of integrity. I have no doubt that together our collective resolve to build a more impactful response and transformative institution will come to reality.
The Minister of Lands and Urban Development, Architect Ahmed Dangiwa, has warned contractors handling the Renewed Hope housing projects against delays and substandard work. At a review meeting with developers, Dangiwa stressed that government will no longer tolerate project inefficiencies. He further stated that contractors failing to meet standards or timeline risk being blacklisted from all future federal housing and infrastructure projects. He emphasized that the Renewed Hope housing agenda is central to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's agenda for affordable housing, saying that only developers who deliver quality work will be supported. The minister also directed federal controllers of housing across the states to intensify site inspections and uphold strict supervision to ensure adherence to approved specifications. You're still watching Everyone Deserves a Home. The Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria is in the business of making houses available and affordable for Nigerians throughout its various products. In our next segment, we shall take a look at the Peninsula Housing City project, developed in partnership with the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria under one of its core products. Do stay with us for details.
The Cooperative Housing Development Loan, CHDL, is a strategic initiative designed to empower registered cooperatives to access financing for the construction of quality houses for its members. This loan window creates an opportunity for low and middle income earners to access affordable, decent and sustainable homes. The Peninsula City is an ongoing housing project under the CHDL. The Infinity Shelter Limited is the developer in partnership with the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria to deliver affordable houses for ministries, departments and agencies. The project is located at New Karu, Gwandara, Nasarawa State. This project is currently in its first phase, comprising 150 housing units funded by FMBN. Kabir Umar Ganu, the project developer of Peninsula City, shares with us the details of the ongoing project and the selected off-takers.
So we're building 150 units, 100 units of 3-bedroom, fully detached, and 50 units of 2-bedroom semi-detached. The off-takers are MDAs, staff of MDAs, ministries, department and agencies of government. Currently, we have off-takers from Nigerian police, from judiciary, from National Assembly, from DSS as well.
Because it is a cooperative housing development loan, off-takers for this project were selected from the cooperative and will be given their houses under FMBN's rent-to-own product.
The selection process they come in as a group, so we put them together, we do the analysis. So we're using rent-to-own, yes, basically rent-to-own, yes.
In this first phase of the project, infrastructure remains a priority.
We are going to have a farmers market, a sport complex, a technology village, a hotel, a petrol station, a sport complex, a nursery and primary school, a central mosque, a central church, a police station, and a fire service.
The developer describes how partnering with the bank has made it easier to make home ownership accessible for many Nigerian workers.
I've been a developer for over 15 years. I've been working with Federal Mortgage Bank, so this is not the first project we've done. It is because of the support from the Federal Mortgage Bank we're able to achieve this, and civil servants are able to actually key into this project and be able to get their own houses and solve the issue of paying rent, and all that. This has really helped them.
The project developer also shares with us the employment opportunity that have been created through this housing initiative.
Many. We can start by saying that we have direct and indirect employment. Indirect, we have the people like the food sellers, the Okada people carrying, artisans from to and fro the site, block industry, building material suppliers, and all that. Security companies, that we've hired them to secure the estate and all that. We also have subcontractors, and all that. We have the artisans. So we have over 1,000 employment here.
With the current economic challenge and rising inflation, the developer explains how they have ensured cost efficiency without compromising quality.
What we did initially is to actually do a bulk purchase of materials. That has helped us to actually secure, for example, like doors, windows, and other things. And even the blocks, we're able to pay in advance for us to be able to secure all that. However, you cannot procure everything all at the same time. This the challenges because you need to plan. You need also money for labor and all that. So a lot of things have changed, but this is what has helped us to deliver on that.
He also shares concerns about the rising cost of construction materials and emphasized the need to review the threshold to make home ownership more affordable for Nigerians.
My really concern is the cost of construction is going up. So the threshold need to be adjusted. For example, maximum for a civil servant is 15 million naira. So the threshold need to be adjusted for it to reflect the reality, that we have in real estate. I don't think going forward we'll be able to build houses of 15 million naira. I don't know. With the infrastructure, the road, transformer, for example, when we started, transformer in the budget was, I think, 2.8 or 3.8. I'm not too sure. But when we implement the transformer, it was about 16 million naira, only the transformer alone.
He commended the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria for introducing new products such as the diaspora mortgage loan and the non-interest mortgage loan, as well as automating its process, all aimed at making home ownership accessible and affordable to Nigerians.
I think the Federal Mortgage Bank is doing a fantastic job. The management is doing fantastic for, coming up with new product like this Nigerian diaspora housing loan is fantastic product. It will help them to actually secure the process, the loan for them to be able to buy houses back home without hassles. Also, the introduction of this Sharia compliant loan also is fantastic. The automation of the process as well is a fantastic thing.
If you're just tuning in, you're watching Everyone Deserves a Home. Time now to bring you the story of another beneficiary of the NHF scheme. This will encourage someone out there to also take the bold step towards home ownership. Don't go away.
I can assure all Nigerians that if you apply, once it is available, you will get.
Definitely the scheme is real.
It's a big testimony to stop paying rent.
Excellent. Seriously excellent.
It works and is real.
Mr. Patrick is a civil servant and a proud homeowner of a semi-detached 3-bedroom flat in the peninsula city of Kwandara, Nasarawa State. His journey to home ownership began with plans to secure a comfortable settlement before retirement.
My journey began when I was looking for a place that was settled, that mostly my retirement settlement. Along the line, I discovered that Federal Mortgage Bank is involved in giving out affordable accommodation for civil servants. So I came into it. I said, this is an opportunity. Being a civil servant, I would not allow it to go.
As a National Housing Fund NHF contributor for years, Mr. Patrick took advantage of the opportunity after reviewing his contribution records.
As a civil servant, it's not hidden, except those who want to be adamant in what federal government is doing or what we have in Federal Mortgage Bank. So when I went through my contributory contribution, I discovered that I need to put my head in order so that I will not be wasting. So I moved into it. Nobody told me. I know that it has been existing, so I go into it.
Even as he awaits his approval letter from the bank without any charges, he commends the bank for supporting low and medium income earners.
I give applause to Federal Mortgage Bank because they have been consistent. Nobody should complain concerning Federal Mortgage Bank because a lot has been beneficiary on it. And even as I talk to you, even as my approval letter have not come, but I was called this month, I'm called for it. So I was not charged for anything. They did it accordingly. And as I speak with you, next week I'm collecting my letter. And that gave me joy. Without Federal Mortgage Bank, I don't think I can afford this house you are seeing. Because if I have to tell you the price, what is there? But being there, God has been with us, and the Federal Mortgage Bank has been there and has come to help the lowest and every cadre of civil servants. So I'm happy.
Mr. Patrick shares with us the type of house and the amount he got the house for. He describes the repayment process as convenient, stating that with the monthly deduction, he still has enough money left to meet other needs.
It's 3-bedroom flats, semi-detached, 23.5 million. The repayment process of Federal Mortgage Bank is very convenient to me because it does not affect my living. It doesn't affect my living. It doesn't affect my living. So it's very convenient to me that I still have enough to eat and to spend.
He encourages Nigerians, especially civil servants, to key in and take advantage of the scheme before retirement.
Those are scared to have a home like this, mostly, from Federal Mortgage Bank, you are just killing yourself. There's nothing that we call a BP or all those sickness. It's when you don't put yourself together. Even at the dying minute of your retirement, you can still have a home. I advise people, extravagant spending that you don't need to spend, living in rented accommodation, which will not give you joy.
He expresses the joy he feels at becoming a home owner.
Having a home, mostly with what we are passing through in the country, is something that you need to appreciate God and appreciate Federal Mortgage Bank to have a home. An average man, an elderly man, whoever you call, when you have the opportunity to invest in Federal Mortgage Bank, I'm very excited. It makes me feel I'm a complete man for having a home, and mostly in the kind of a place like this, like in the estate where there's all infrastructure that is required or needed.
How can a beneficiary apply for an NHF loan in a state that doesn't have a primary mortgage bank?
That's one of also the challenges we have, because it's not every state that has a primary mortgage. But instantly we see that there is no geopolitical region in the county that doesn't have a primary mortgage. So what we always advise prospective off-takers is that when you have such kind of a problem, you can go to any of our branches within your vicinity and explain this to them. They can easily, introduce you to any of any closest PNB to you. Because these PNBs used to move from one place to the other. Even if they are not in your town, they can come from where they are, package you, and then go back. So that's why you need to go to any of our branches, explain to them, and they can introduce you to a PNB that can package your application and then send to FMBN.
Stories like Mr. Patrick's show that with dedication and the right support, the dream of home ownership is within reach for many Nigerians. For more information about the bank, visit the website on www.fmbn.gov.ng or any branch office near you. You can also check your NHF contributions by dialing the short code on *219#. Thank you for staying with us. Remember, everyone deserves a place to call home. See you next week.